Hey y'all, it's me, Linda, and your treasure, coming to you today on this Tuesday, January 29, 2013. So, yeah, I wore my big hair to school today, and I didn't scare anybody too much. I mean, I think most of the students were okay with it. I don't wear my style to be a distraction, and I don't think that I am a distraction. It's just my interest, my hobby, my personality, I don't know, it's just my style. And so I am very cognizant to keep my look professional and appropriate. So even though my hair was big like Kelly Rowland, I pinned it back later in the day, so I've got a pin right here. So in the start of the day, it was big like a lioness. And this is not all me. I told you all that yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, I blended my hair in with this wig. So what I did this morning, you know, I get up early. And I have been wearing wigs, you all, since 4th grade. I'm just going to tell you the story, okay? Back in the day when the Afro wig was the style, my mom used to wear an Afro wig. So she had lots of Afro wigs around the house, and I was in 4th grade. And so my mom and dad would leave for work early. My dad would take my mom to work. And so my sister, my brother, and I would get ready for school and take ourselves to school. And then my dad would arrive like maybe either as we were leaving or, you know, once we left, depending on the shift, because back in those days, you know how folks work rotating shifts. So anyway, I would, on the days when I knew Dad would not be returning, I would wear Mom's Afro wigs to school. And I was in 4th grade. And I knew how to blend them just like this. I would pull my hair out in the front just like it is here. And I would blend it in. It would look pretty much just like this. Now I'm in the 4th grade. So I must have been, what, 9 years old, 10 years old? How old are you in the 4th grade? I was 9 or 10, I'm thinking. And I would have that big old wig. And it looked so cute. But then my sister would snitch. She would, when we would get home from school, she would call Mom at work and say, "Lynn wore your Afro wig to school today." And my mother she wouldn't say anything to me. I guess she would get on the phone and call around and ask how it looked. I guess, you know, back in the day they had those phone chains and stuff. They still do, but back in the day that was the way you communicated. So I guess she checked it out and got the word that it looked decent. And so she never said anything to me about it. So I would wear her Afro wigs. I sure would. So today, as midday arrived, I was tired of the big lioness look. So I took my hair back. And now this is my hair. And then the rest of my hair underneath, I braided. I did like cornrows in a circle. Not the whole head, but I made one big cornrow like that. So my hair that is out, I just took it and did something sort of like this. So I got up early in the morning to play around with this wig just to kind of get an idea of what I wanted to do. So I said, well, you know what? I'm getting ready to invest in making my own U-part wig anyway, because I'm going for this big Kelly Rowland look. And here's my inspiration. Like, Diana Ross is my contemporary, even though, you know, she's really my mom's age group. But I grew up with Diana Ross. But the young girls nowadays, this is their inspiration. So Kelly Rowland is the inspiration for the big hair nowadays. But anyway, I digress. So I am going to be making a U-part wig anyway. I've never made a U-part wig, but I'm a fast learner on certain things like sewing and stuff like that. So I took this wig this morning and I turned it sideways. It is sideways. And I cut it, the mesh or whatever, the netting, where the U would be. And I separated it out and pulled my own hair out as far back as to here. Well, it could go back as far as to here, but I think it's out to about, yeah, here. It's out back to here. So, and I did this just to kind of get a feel for like what a U-part wig would feel like. And so, yeah. I am going to make my own U-part wig using curly hair. So I have been researching the different types of curly hair and the lengths. So I do know I want fullness at the top like this, but I want it stretched. Already stretched where it will stay stretched. So I know I wanted 22, 24 inches. And then fullness up here is probably what, 14, 16, 18, 14, something like that. So anyway, I am liking the hair. So I don't think I scared my students too much. You know, and I have a diverse student body, and the students were very respectful. Which, you know, oftentimes people in communities feel like they have a right to judge African American women on our appearance, especially our hair. And sometimes, you know, people will make wisecracks, but I didn't experience that. If anyone made a wisecrack, keep it to your damn self, because I don't want to hear it. Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm sure, you know, like I said, I don't do these things to draw attention to myself. I don't do these things to be a distraction. I do hair because I've done hair all my life as a hobby. You can ask, if you know my family, I've been doing my hair since second grade. Second grade. I used to beg my mom to let me do my own hair. And when I demonstrated to my mom that I could do straight parts, she taught me how to part my hair. And I would do a braid here and then part it down the middle and do a braid here and do a braid or a ponytail. And my sister's hair was always longer than mine. But she could never do straight parts. But, yeah. So I have always loved wigs and hair accessories. The earliest I can remember wearing a fall or hair piece was in second grade when I begged my mom for a fall for Christmas. And a fall, for those of you, is like, wait, I've got lotion on my hand. This wig, it's just, you know, it starts back here and it's long, and it was long down my back, and it was brunette, and it was beautiful. And I wore it with the pink ribbon, and I was in the second grade, and no one said a thing. I can remember I was doing my work, and the teacher, you know how you can feel someone looking at you? And I looked up, and the teacher was just smiling and staring at me. So it must have looked, or maybe, I don't know, maybe she said, Lord, this little girl is bold to be wearing this thing to school. But, oh well, I just like hair. Hair. Now, I think the reason why I stopped my hair hobby was my church affiliation. When I became an adult and I got serious about my spirituality, my church affiliation frowned upon those types of things. And so, you know, to be seen as a true Christian or as someone who was serious about their faith, you gave up a lot of things that weren't really even sinful, or that were, you know, that's artistic expression. I mean, so yeah, so for years, I just wore my hair back in a bun. I wore my hair back in a bun or in a high bun. Or, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know, you all. Life is too short to dwell on little minuscule points of personal choice. You know what I'm saying? I would rather play around with lip color, makeup color, nail color, hair color, hairstyles, than get something permanent on my body. Because to me, it's artistic expression. It makes you feel alive. It keeps interest in your life. It gives you something fun to do and to express yourself. That's why I like my little perfumes and stuff like that. That's why I have my diva closet. That's nothing spectacular, but it's on my level. It's nice, you know, and I don't know, you just have to keep the spice in your life, because there are so many people who are willing and ready to tell you how not to have fun, and then they're sneaking around doing stuff that is really seriously has some heavy duty consequences. And wearing fingernail polish is not, there is no for real heavy consequence on that. Well, unless it's poisonous, or unless you're going breathing in a bunch of chemicals too often at a nail salon, or if it has formaldehyde, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I wore my hair today and I'm liking it. So I will be wearing this hair for a while. I don't know what a while is, you know. And my hair is graying, y'all. That's just a part of living and growing up. So, and I have a lot of new growth. Wait a minute, is that any gel or anything? No, that's just gray. Yeah, so I need to color that. Or I could cheat and like take some mascara. Let's see if I can't open it and show you the cheating trick. Here's the cheat. For those of you who don't mind, it's a little sloppy though. Especially if you touch your hair. You can take a mascara wand and then just brush over the gray like that. And it's a little sloppy though. Like you see, I got that little bit right there. Just blend it in, I guess. It can get a little sloppy for you, those of you who touch your hair a lot. And the whole point of having protective hairstyles is so that you are not manipulating your hair throughout. That's why I like to wear full lace wigs, because I'm not touching my hair throughout the day. And my hair is not rubbing my clothes, breaking off, creating split ends. Wigs, I just love wigs I just love wigs. I love them. And you know, I had this one here for, I know, well, maybe, I'm thinking 5 years, maybe, yeah, about 5 years I'm thinking. I had this and I didn't, it was brand new in the box. And so I'm down to like, okay, what are you going to do to your hair? How are you going to wear your hair? Because my hair is not thick enough to wear out. It doesn't hold a curl. So how am I going to wear it? If I wear it out, it's going to be in a bun. It's going to be pulled back like a ballerina. And I don't feel like doing that right now. I will, and when I do it, it's going to be a big one too. Like, so yeah, that is where Miss Danielle and Danielle Treasure Diva stands. And you see where I put the mascara? That's where I put the mascara. But what I am going to do is touch up my gray. And I mean, gray hair is just a part of living, so I'm not ashamed of having it, but I ain't gonna walk around bragging on having it. Just like I'm not ashamed of when I have bad breath in the morning, but I don't walk around all day with bad breath. Yeah, I know that's not a good analogy, is it? But I mean, you know what I'm saying. So tomorrow I will probably wear my hair from the jump, something like this. Or where's my little scarf? I'm sitting on it. I might wear my... It's thundering. You hear the thunder? Guys, bowling! I might wear some kind of a... Oh man, now I'm looking like Aunt Jemima's niece. Wait. Some kind of a scarf. I don't know. But I like my Kelly Rowland look. How is it secured? So when I cut the cap here, I took a comb and anchored it in the braid here, and then I couldn't find the other comb to anchor it in the braid here, so I just used clips. And where are the clips? To show you what I mean by clips. These kind. Clips. So they're flying all over the place. These kind in brown or black. And they are anchored onto braids, the braids. So tonight I think I'm going to braid more to create a stronger base. And I am going to look for that second comb so that I can, that's a real, I learned that one from some girl, one of the beauty vloggers on YouTube, and she used those just straight. This is what I mean by clip. Wait. See if I can, this, if I can get it out. This thing, you can see it right here. Come on out. Come out of my curly head. You see that clip there? That's the clip that is anchoring the hair onto my head. Okay, so this. That's the best, most secure side. And then this side is anchored with straight pins. Oh, that's cruddy. With straight pins. So, but this feels more secure. And I got that tip from one of the beauty vloggers on YouTube. If I find her name, I will include her name in the description box so that you can see her curly full U-part wig. I'm not going to put it back in. So you can see her curly U-part wig. And she has some very good tips too on how to make the wig and how to style the wig, blend the wig, and all of that. So yeah, teachers, I think teachers can be professional and stylish and have a high level of professionalism and fashion sense. I don't think teachers have to be like, because I'm not high fashion. I'm very casual fashion attire wise, but I just love big hair. I love long, luscious hair, wigs, and I don't think that that should diminish my professionalism in the eyes of anyone whether it's a colleague, a parent, any adult in the community, students, because that I carry myself professionally. So yeah. And plus, I met Project Runway finalists. What is her name? She and I met December 2011, and she's a teacher. I don't know if she's still teaching, but at that time she was a high school sewing fashion designer teacher here in St. Louis. And she and I had that conversation about, just about that, So we had a very nice conversation about being teachers and, impacting our students. And every year she and her students put on a fashion show at the high school where she teaches. It's a charter school down in St. Louis. Lift for Life Charter School. Lift for Life Academy or something here in St. Louis. And I'll put pictures of us. So yeah, I mean, y'all, I'm just regular old little old me, little old Lynn from Northside. So yeah, Kelly Rowland, you ain't got me beat, girlfriend. All right, you all, thanks for stopping by to see the checkup, and be blessed. I didn't know this was 22 minutes long, but thank you for stopping by. Have a blessed week, and see you tomorrow, I guess. All right, bye.